Definitely. So let's say what does Oxford Dictionary? I'm going to pick up things which the Oxford Dictionary themselves say. Okay, it's not mine or it's not from any book, but this is from Oxford. Oxford Dictionary says the ability to move quickly from place to place. Okay, makes sense, right? From jumping from here and there, picking up in a car, moving around, whatever it may be. But the ability to think and understand quickly and to one extent react in a positive way. That is what I would add up, right? It says ability to think and understand quickly, but then you need to take quick action as well, which things are incomplete from the Oxford Dictionary. If you see on the if you see on the right hand side, it's about your growth mindset, right? People from the agile world might understand this a bit, but again at the same time we are looking at some of the skills that we have, the mastery what we have, whether it's IT or non-IT. At the same time, some market knowledge, if you are in the marketing space or if you are in the product development phase or project management phase or even a coaching phase, you need to have some level of understanding where when all these things are getting, you're picking up bits and pieces from there, which will definitely help you focus, be flexible, and finally be an agile or have that agility in you. And agility also means adopt and lead. That's what have people has mentioned over here, right? We are talking of delivery fast and responsive. We are talking of innovative and disruptive. Side, that is delivery fast and responsive, is talking on the delivery side. Adopt organization and culture, right? Adapt organization culture. We are talking on the organizational adaptability, and then lead through complexity. That is leadership effectiveness. What comes in, right? And this is what y'all have mentioned in the chat. And this and the ability, the benefits of this is, of course, if you take it on a business level, it's market success. We are talking of better ways of working. Definitely, we are talking of collaboration, which is happening, right? At the same time, employee satisfaction is going up. Speed to market, okay, because it's an agile world. If you're doing a development, then speed to market is faster. Customer satisfaction increases because you are connecting with the customer more often than what you used to do before, or you're getting more feedback more than what you used to get before. At the same time, you're connecting with your stakeholders more often than before. And of course, these are the two most important points: is having an agile mindset and adopting to leadership. Right? These are the most important points where you'll have to have this ability to start catching up onto these two things so that you can become a better leader than what you are right now. Or you might be the best leader and you all might be already there. But then if we are still having that knowledge journey, then we are still building and learning as we go forward. So let's jump into okay I about emotional intelligence, because okay, we just touched base a bit on leadership, we touched base on agility. Okay, let's go directly into what is emotional intelligence then. Okay, so keep in mind, this is a personality, right? A person is made of three things. A person has EQ, which is emotional intelligence, also known as, or emotional quotient people call it, but in short we call it as EQ. There's something called as an IQ, that is intelligence quotient. That means the intelligence that we carry, right? And third is a personality. Personality is how we dress, how do we speak, how do we communicate with people, how do we understand them, what is our behavior, right? So that all three together makes us an individual. Now, when we talk about, people have said in the past that, okay, if I have an IQ, that means I'm very intelligent, right? IQ stands for intelligent quotient, which is your congeniality, ability to what others can do differently. That means it's more of your academics, it's more of your math, it's more of your logic. And people have been successful who are like having very high IQ. Definitely. I would not deny that. People have been successful, but then also at the same time, people have not been successful too. Right? There have been people who have very large IQs, sorry, large numbers in terms of going beyond 130. So if you can see the image on your right hand side, which is an IQ usually scored or has a score, it goes up to 200 and plus beyond that. But then on an average, if you see, most of the population fall between 95% fall between 70 and 130. Anything beyond 130, people are called as gifted. And that's a very less population on that. And if you still trim it down, people between 85 and 115 are 68% of people, right? So does it mean that, okay, if I fall, my IQ is less, will I be successful in life? Can I be a leader? Can't I be a leader? That's the question what people think. And my answer is no, please don't think that way. A high IQ can be compensated with a high EQ. Okay. If you don't have a high IQ, okay, we have high EQ, which can definitely help you to build up. And IQ, you can, and IQ can improve to a certain level, to a certain limit. It's not all the way. What I mean by that is, let's say you are scoring at 105 or 125. If you do some logical questions, you'd run through some exercises, definitely it will improve. But then it won't drastically improve. It might, if you are at 115, you might land up at 125 or went to 129 as well, I would say. Honestly, and I have tried it. Right, I have tried it for a month and a half, and I have just increased by 4 points. Okay, okay, and that's when I thought, like, okay, if I don't have a high IQ, will I be successful in life? And that's a big question which came up.